Imperial uniforms, I think. Shouldn't take too long, hopefully. Well, I mean, I think it takes longer is actually getting out there. I'm not sure a few Imperial guards will be too much of a problem. As long as I don't get too close to the castrum itself. Okay. Make sure no one sees me. And one more, I think. Yep, that should be a decent cross section of armor to choose from. You'll need adjusting, of course. But not much that can be done about that. I should just teleport. Save some time. Were you able to obtain 3 sets of Imperial equipment? I was indeed. Standard issue light infantry battle gear reinforced with carbon and ceramic fibres to provide maximum protection with minimum loss of mobility. Scars of war cover both back and front of this piece. Damaged, as I suspected. In their present condition, I fear these uniforms and helms are like to draw suspicion. They must be repaired, if only superficially. Fortunately, the blacksmith Iganolf at the Diamond Forge in Rowena's House of Splendors should be able to hammer them back into shape in no time. I've already sent word ahead, and they have been assured, be assured that he is expecting you. Worry not, we have already impressed upon him the need for utmost secrecy as to the nature of your mission. Good to know. I wonder who Rowena is. So you're the adventurer Sark Malak sent, are you? I've been waiting for you. Now let's see what you got for me. I have these uniforms for you to fix. Ah, I see. Yeah, yes, I reckon I can hammer these back into shape for you. After all, I owe your friend Sark Malak a favour or two. Took good care of old Iganolf back in the days before I fell in with old Rowena, he did. Did you know he's son of one of the wealthiest families in the Sultanate? Wouldn't expect someone like that to end up in the life he did, but I suppose he's always felt the adventurer's life calling him. But here I go blabbering on when there's work to be done. Just hold your horse birds for a moment or two, and great Iganolf will have your gear looking good as new. I appreciate that. And there we have it. Won't do you much good in battle, mind you, but from what I hear, that's not your priority anyhow. Do send Sark Malak my regards, will you? Yeah, I'll do that. Don't see why not. Okay, well, I have repaired uniforms. Should be more or less ready to set up, right? Have you had the uniforms and helms repaired? I have indeed. Yes, these will serve beautifully. The great Eggenolf never fails to impress. The quality of these repairs would fool even a legatus. Thus equipped, you should not have any trouble blending or amongst Imperial forces. Lest you fear the Garleans might detect your foreignness, foreigners in fact form the greater part of the Garlean invasion force in Eorzea. You see, when the Empire subjugates new territory, it assimilates the people of that land into its armed forces. In turn, these conscripted forces are sent to subjugate faraway lands. In this way, Garlemald nibs rebellion in the bud and expands its territory all in one foul stroke. With that, my part in your mission is done. I am full glad to have been an assistance to your cause. Why would I, a worthy merchant, wish to help you? I know not where you heard such a tale, but believe me when I say I am but another humble adventurer, one who desires only to act in the best interests of the realm. Okay, well, I'll take your word for it. Vermont has finally devised a plan to appropriate a suit of Magitech armour. Good work getting them Imperial duds. You'll be pleased to hear I ain't been idle myself. It took me long enough, but I finally hatched a plan to get us a suit of Magitech armour. Now, from what I've seen, Castrum Sentry deploys a Reaper for most of its patrols. Trouble is, patrols themselves are irregular, meaning random routes and random deployments, and hardly any of them come anywhere near Revenant's Toll. So, hoping to coax the Imperials out of their shells, I took the liberty of feeding them a bit of the old false intelligence. Told them insurgents had designs on their stronghold. Ain't far from the truth, now I come to think of it. Anyway, we should start seeing more patrols than we have up till now. What you need to do is approach one of these patrols dressed up in your shiny tin suit and alert them to the enemy's presence. Having done that, you want to lure them as near to Revenant's Toll as you can. Like as not though, they'll be wearing and venturing far from their own walls. If they do need a bit of extra encouragement, use this smoke signal here. Filch fresh from an Imperial scout. They'll come running when they see that. And when the cavalry arrives, you hit them hard and make off with their Reaper. Simple as that. If I ain't mistaken, there's a patrol sweeping the perimeter right now, so run along, eh? Oh, and don't forget to salute. Okay, well, let's not tarry. Get right on that. How far out do we have to go? Not too far. But far away from the castrum. Nice. Let's see here. Oh, this looks promising. Do I need to be dressed for this? Maybe not. One of our covert operatives, are you? Carry on, soldier. Insurgents gathering to the east, you say? Judging by your description, they are well beyond the perimeter, but I will not have it said that I was remiss. You, return to the scene and keep an eye on those insurgents. Should aught go awry, use your smoke signal to call us. I can do that, sir. Okay. Well, I guess we can drag them back a bit further. It's a set up somewhere they'll be able to find they'll be able to see the smoke signal. Okay. Let's do it up here. Good view of everything, pretty close to the toll. When lit, this tube emits a continuous plume of white smoke used to inform others of one's current position. Hope you don't mind me joining. Seeing as we're seasoned advanced weaponry, I thought it best to be on hand. Ah, there she is. Indeed she is. Is this the place? But where's the enemy? Sir, over there. Send in the Reaper. Let's make an example of these insurgents. Okay, deal with the archers first. Reinforcements coming in from somewhere. Aha. Medicus, eh? I don't think so. And I think we're just about done. Yeah, excellent work. Nice job, Sid. At last, our very own suit of Magitech armor. Not wishing to give Chocobone a beak, it does seem rather worse for wear, doesn't it? Big Swedge, sure honest assessment. Well, there's the fact that she's smoking, of course, but looking past that, I'd say she's structurally sound. I don't like the way these legs are buckled. I hate to say this, but the servo mechanism may be damaged. Yeah? But aren't those things protected by thick armor plate? Yes, they are, yes. It's odd. The casing doesn't seem to have taken a blow. I suspect we're dealing with a faulty part. Well, whoever it is we're dealing with, we're not resting until it's fixed. Not one wink of sleep. You got that, Wedge? I can Chocobo. I heard that. All has been set aside for your use in Revenant's Toll. That's where we'll carry out the repairs. Look for a zest. Sorry, what was that? Right, yeah, sure. Oh well, it's looking rather beat up, but it's moving, so that's something. There. Let's get back to the toll. Actually, we'll just teleport. Magic armor. Sid and the others took it inside. Go on in and join them. Sure. Ever seen an Ironworks engineer at work? Well, you're in for a treat then. Stand back and enjoy the show. What do you think, Zest? She's a beauty, isn't she? Yeah. There's a lot. We've now had time to take a closer look at the Reaper. Her preliminary diagnosis was correct. She's structurally sound, but the servo mechanism is faulty. You needn't worry out. Biggs and Wedge will see her restored to her former glory in no time at all. Give those two something to mend, and they'll think of naught else until the job's done. It is a marvellous thing to behold, provided you remind them to visit the privy. Sid would have you assist in the repair of the Magitek armor. The repairs are proceeding apace. Shouldn't be long now before Biggs and Wedge complete their work. There is, however, one small problem. As you may recall, the Machina's servo mechanism was discovered to be faulty. Wedge has subsequently ascertained that the Magitek core which drives it was worn beyond use. Such cores are rather fragile devices that must be replaced at regular intervals. Thanks to the negligence of our Imperial colleagues, however, the one used in this Reaper was long overdue. Alas, we do not have the access to ready replacement here in Mordona, but all is not lost. Wedge thinks he may have identified an alternative solution. Go and see him, will you? He will explain the details to you. You could have just called across the room, frankly. Sure. As I believe the Chief has already informed you, the Magitek core is worn beyond use. We need to find a replacement. I thought about having you appropriate more Reapers, but even if the Dunderhead maintenance engineers of Custom Sentry had remembered to replace their cores, we would risk rousing Imperial suspicion. But do not despair, for I believe there is a solution. Substitute the Magitek core with a Mammoth Heart. In case you don't know, the Mammoth Heart can be used to grant sentience to an automaton. By my reckoning, such a device should be more than capable of regulating the armor's servo mechanism. We'll just need to make some minor modifications to the housing unit. I've already placed an order for a first-rate Mammoth Heart with the Goldsmith Guild. All that remains is for someone to go to Oldar and collect it. Oh, and to pay for it. Did I mention how much they cost? No, well, they typically cost something in the order of... I hope you don't mind footing the bill, it's for a good cause. How much is this going to cost me? It's Oldar, so probably more than I have. No, nothing to be done about it, I guess. Head over there. It's a Goldsmith Guild. Hello there. Come to collect a Mammoth Heart, you say? Then you must be here on behalf of Garland Ironworks. I have taken the liberty of picking the finest example we have. A heart fit for a prince among mammoths. Payment? Oh, that won't be necessary. The heart is for Master Alphino's personal use, after all. He notified us a short while ago that his manservant would be coming to collect it. Manservant, eh? Tender in years though he may be, Master Alphino has been a benefactor of ours since my predecessor's time. Goldsmiths Guild wouldn't dream of charging him. But here is the Mammoth Heart. May it serve you well. Oh, and please do pass on my compliments to your master. My master, eh? Right. I think I might have to have a few words with young Alphino at some point. His manservant. Want to go in? You hardly need saying, but try not to be seen. I'll give it a good shot. Right, Wedge, here's your mammoth heart. Do you have the mammoth heart? Can't wait to see if it works. Clockwork soul of a mammoth. Hurrah! Thank you so much. But this is magnificent. Must have cost an emperor's ransom. And actually, Alphino sort of paid for it. Free of charge, courtesy of Alphino. Coming from an influential family, certainly he has his advantages. Yeah, tell me about it. But without further ado, let's give it a try. I've already modified the housing unit, so it should slot right in. There, she's ready. Magitech armor, engage. Okay. Or not. She just needs a loving tap, I wonder. Come on, man. Jesus, you just damage it again. Yeah, okay, never mind. Seems to be fine. Yes, she's alive. Let's take her outside and put her through her paces. Zest, would you care to do the honours? Sure. And see why not. I've overseen 100 such tests, but they still play hells with my nerves, and that's without the chief watching. This is the Ironworks' first major project since my return. I mean, see that it's a success. Hop into the pilot seat. We'll begin as soon as you're ready. First, I'd like you to try climbing that tangle of crystals yonder. As far up as you can go, if you please. Oh, and if for some reason you need to dismount, simply come back here and we'll start again. Okay. Oh, stuck on something already. Nice piloting skills there, but really top notch. Okay, I guess we're going back up this pathway. No anomalous movements evident from either leg. Good. Next, jump back down and sprint north as quick as you can. Okay. I mean, quick isn't exactly something this machine does particularly, but it'll do. Leg joints absorbing all impact without incident. Excellent. Please make your way back, Zest. Okay. Well, that seems good. I mean, seems fine to me. Easy enough. The torso remains stable during vigorous motion. Excellent. And that concludes our test. Thank you for your cooperation. It's all good. Here's a summary of my findings. The drivetrain is in sound condition. With some fine tuning, we can expect a noticeable improvement in performance. As for the servo mechanism, I'm afraid it's not nearly as responsive as it should be, and I'm at a loss to explain why. The mammoth heart is in pristine condition and should be installed correctly. Perhaps its inner workings are simply too different to operate harmoniously with the armor's other mechanisms. Whereas Magitech cores serve only to conduct impulses, mammoth hearts enable automata to process the information collected by their sensors as feelings. Maybe she just doesn't feel like part of the team. In which case, we must all do our best to make her feel welcome. Okay, sure. Welcome to the team, Magitech Reaper. Click. Okay. Well, I mean, that seems to have done something. Soft as it felt, I gave my best. I welcomed myself up to a bloody standstill. What were you expecting it to do anyway? Bob us a curtsy? Give it a minute. No doubt you're wondering why the servo mechanism is so important as to warrant this silliness. Without it, the pilot would be required to control the armor's every movement manually. This would be an onerous task at the best of times, and wholly impractical during battle. Using a mammoth heart in place of worn Magitech core seemed a promising solution. Alas, the device does not appear to be compatible with Galilean technology. Wedge, so no other way we might demonstrate our appreciation to our friend here? I'm at my wit's end, Chief. She just doesn't seem convinced. We could try a little dance, perhaps, or we could cheer our heads off. Imperials, they've come for the armor. Damn it, they have us cornered. I mean, there's only 3 of them. Should be fine. There's the Reaper. Taken by the traitor Garland and the Icon Slayer. Oh, bollocks. The hell's you will. No, they're calling in reinforcements. Ah, time to test that jammer, I take it. We've located the stolen Reaper, requesting immediate assistance. Respond. Respond. It's no use, sir. Some sort of interference. Curse you, Garland. No matter, if we can't reclaim it, destroy it. Bloody hells. Zest, protect the armor at all costs. I can do that. You. Come back here. That's the Magitech down. We'll deal with you next. There we go. All sorted. What's going on? Chief, look, she moved. Ah, now she deigns to grace us with her presence. It took us a good while, but we're finally ready. Time to infiltrate Castrum Sentry and rescue our comrades. Nice. About time. There, the finishing touch. Oh, she's looking good enough. What do you think, Zest? She's a beauty, isn't she? The servo mechanism is now fully functional, and all it took was a simple fight to the death. Remind me not to install a mammoth heart aboard the Enterprise, would you? Much as I love her, I would rather not be required to profess it before boarding. But enough of that, let us see to our final preparations. Thanks to Biggs and Wedge, the Reaper is now as good as new. We're as prepared as we're like to get. Sid awaits confirmation of your readiness to undertake the rescue mission. How go your preparations, Zest? We'll leave as soon as you're ready. Claremont, you came. I thought I'd give you a roaring send-off. It's the least I could do for the fine men and women who are about to make my lifelong wish come true. Well, we'll do our best. It occurs to me, for all the help you've afforded us, we know little and less about you. What did the Empire do to earn your ire? Ah, but I feel I've put curiosity before consideration. I quite understand if you'd rather not relive those memories. No, I don't mind really. Truth be told, part of me was itching to tell you my tale. Mind you, it's hardly novel. I ain't the first to suffer at Imperial hands. Like most folk, I used to have a mother. She was a sweet, caring woman with a smile never far from her face. There was a sister too, pretty little thing she was. Gentle as a lamb, but tough as nails. We were poor folk living simple lives, but we knew happiness just the same. And then the Imperials came and took it all away. When El Amigo fell, they popped my family in a camp. Being a lad, I was made to do hard labour, while my mother and sister were forced to do far worse. They hid their suffering from me as best they could, but I knew, and the thought of it drove me mad. We had to escape, and so I hatched a plan to get us out of the city. We were picking our way around the gorge not far outside the walls when they caught up to us. And rather than allow themselves to be taken again, my mother and sister leaped over the edge before my very eyes. Heartbroken as I was, I didn't put up a fight when the Imperials clapped me in chains and dragged me back. So some years later, after that, I escaped again, and that time I got away. Swore then I'd have my revenge on the Empire and became an adventurer, so to hone my skills and earn the coin I needed. Nigh on 2 decades since I've gone by, and what have I achieved? I go all, that's what. Not like you, yacht. I ain't been here 10 minutes. You ain't been here 10 minutes, and you've already done more than I've managed in 10 bleeding years. You give us too much credit, Claremont. We seek only to rescue our friends. Well, what's more important than that? On any road, after you've got your friends back, you're planning on going after the Empire, and you don't pretend you ain't. I've helped a few folk take on Imperials over the years, and every time I have, it's helped stave off my appetite for revenge, but something tells me I won't be going hungry for a while, what with everything you've got planned. And you're sure that will satisfy you? If you wish to strike back at the Empire with your own hand, you need only say a word. We'd be glad to have you with us. Tempting though your offer is, I'm afraid I must decline. I swore I'd get revenge on the Empire, it's true, but I've long since realised that the front lines are no place for a man like me. Some as would call me craven, but I prefer to think of myself as a realist. My talent lies in scheming, you see, not swordplay. Helping folks like you is how I can make the most difference. But that's quite enough storytelling for one day. Best not keep your friends waiting any longer. I'll be praying for your safety and success. May Rauga give you strength. Oh, thanks for all your help, Claremont. I do definitely appreciate it. Wherever the Empire goes, misery invariably follows in its wake. For the sake of all who call Eorzea home, we must put an end to Gaius's ambitions. But first, we have friends to rescue. Biggs, Wedge and I will lie in wait east of Casham Sentry, just outside the Stronghold's patrol perimeter. Join us when you're ready. Oh, and don't forget to wear your disguise, or this will be the shortest rescue mission in history. Don't worry about it. I will remember. Right, let's head out. Okay, let us get these okay, I think we kind of look the part-ish. It'll have to do. Well, I knew that was going to happen. Forgive me for saying so, but you cut quite a dashing figure in Imperial Black and Crimson. But now is not the time for jests. He's me. Yeah, not my favourite outfit. Let's review the infiltration plan. Casham Sentry lies just beyond. A short while ago, an Imperial patrol left to do its rounds. Alphino and I will create a diversion out here and keep them occupied for as long as we are able. Meanwhile, the three of you enter the stronghold, posing as patrol returning from duty. Should Alphino and I prove less distracting than hoped, I will contact you via link pearl. Be ready to beat a hasty retreat. Well, sounds like a plan. Wedge will lead the way in the Reaper. Stay close to him. I hardly need to tell you this, but don't do anything suspicious. I'll try not to. Oh, and lest you wonder, Ido and Y'shtola left shortly before you arrived. We had planned that they should linger in the vicinity to cover our retreat in the event that Alphino and I attracted too much attention, but the approach of an Imperial vehicle forced us to improvise. Sorry. Did I spaced that for a moment there? Alright, the Imperial Patrol should be returning any moment now. You'd best be off. Good luck, Zest. May the 12 keep you. Nope, so far so good.
You have spirit. That I will allow. Yet you struggle to the benefit of none, least of all, yourself. This echo of yours intrigues us. We desire only to understand it, and for that we need your help. You wish to be rid of the icons, do you not? You would have saved yourself a great deal of torment had you accepted our aid from the beginning. Tell me everything, and I shall end it quickly. Refuse, and though you beg for death, you shall not have it. Which will it be? As you wish, my dear Minfilia. Unpleasant though it will be for all concerned, you leave us no choice but to employ more rigorous methods of study. Be so kind as to deliver the prisoners to Castrum Meridianum.
Yes, milady.
Okay, so let's get to saluting. Oh, my apologies, I didn't notice you there. So engrossed was I of my task. You'd be engrossed too had the tribunus commanded you to arrange for the prisoners to be transported. What prisoners do I speak of? You mean you haven't heard? Only the infamous Scions of the Seventh Dawn, captured by the tribunus herself. If you don't believe me, have a look in the storage tower when you next pass that way. Ah, will do. Thanks for the information. Definitely come in handy. Hey Wedge, how you doing? How do I look, Zest? Do I cut an imposing figure as a Garle's soldier? You keep it together, Wedge. You look just fine. That's a fine salute. Part of the maintenance crew from Arcadins, are you? Welcome to Cashroom Sentry Engineer. What? Prisoners? Ah, you've heard the rumours then. Yes, they're being held at the storage tower, but I strongly suggest you pay them no mind. You were summoned here to work, not to gawp at Eorzea's defeated heroes. Now show a bit of enthusiasm, or we'll have you reported. Okay, I'll get to my task. It's fine. Okay, Biggs. Screw is tight, just as we expected. We're going to need a special key if we want to get past this bulkhead. Okay, I'll look into that. You doing alright there, mate? Greetings, comrade. Forgive me for asking, but you haven't visited the storage tower recently, have you? I only asked because I dropped something in there and, who am I fooling? I've fallen for one of the prisoners, alright? I dare say you know the one I mean. The svelte blonde? Goodness, no. It's the Lalafelian lass I'm smitten with. She's so adorable it hurts. I want to sweep her up into my arms and squeeze her into my arms ache. What do you reckon it would take to convince the Centurion to lend me the key so I can see her? Probably quite a bit, I would imagine, but you dropped something, did you? I wonder what it was. Sure, we'll find out. Sir? What's this? You need access to the storage tower. What business have you there? The Tribunus's behest, you say. This is highly irregular, but it would not do to make my lady's wrath. Take my identification keys. It is returned when your errand is concluded. That was easier than I thought it would be. Hey, Biggs, got that key you wanted. A thin rectangular piece of what appears to be Summit used to deactivate certain Magitech security terminals. Here you go. Okay. Well, let's get a move on. Prisoners, they've been held in the storage tower, as you should know, soldier. Should I know? I feel like I can probably switch back to my normal outfit at this point. We are already where we need to be. No. And Filio and the rest. Thank goodness they're safe. I'm the one you want. Leave the others be. If you harm my friends, I swear I shall take my own life and you shall answer to your mistress. Tataru, we must do something. We risk letting the entire castrum know we're here. That's fine. Aye, you're right. We may not get a better chance. This is the 3rd squadron. What is it? A Reaper? Seized when? And this came to light only now. The culprits will have left the trail. Take as many men as you need and scour the area. I want that Reaper found. Now's our chance. Indeed. Hello there. What the? Strike my last. Eliminate the intruders. You came. Well, we weren't going to just leave you behind, were we? Unbind us, Zest. Together we may yet win free. Fine. Let's get these ropes off you, Oriange. And Paplimo. 1 second. me deal with these reinforcements. Seems to be all of them. Right, let's get you two free. How are you doing? Zest, I'm so scared. Well, you're free now, so don't worry. It was foolish of you to come here. You might have been killed. We weren't though, so don't worry about it. But thank you. I shudder to think what might have happened had you not arrived when you did. I say, did you not see Thancred anywhere? I begin to fear for the fellow. Unfortunately, no. To linger here shall yield us no answer. Let us away, ere the window to our liberty closes shut. I suppose so, whatever that means. Did you say? Escaped? Then we capture them. Fail, and I shall have your head. And what have we here? The Tribunus herself, just as you said. You have the eye of an arrow man, Ida. Well, she's kind of hard to miss in that showy armour of hers. Cursed scions, how did you slip our defences? With unexpected ease, if truth be told. There chanced to be a commotion outside the castrum's walls which allowed us to avail ourselves of the comforts of your vehicle. Ishtola is just being polite. That was one of the most uncomfortable things I've ever stowed away in. It's no wonder it's called the Phantom Train. No passenger will be seen dead in it. So you've scuttled amidst the freight like the vermin you are. I shall be sure to have words with our rat catcher. Such negligence is unforgivable. That is far from your most pressing concern. First, you must answer for your own wrongdoing, Livius Junius. 'Twas you who led the raid on the Waking Sands. You who butchered unarmed men and women for the crime of being unworthy of capture. You killed our friends. We'll never forgive you. Nor shall we suffer for you to plague Eorzea a day longer. We take you to your guard. More intruders. Protect the Tribunus. Confound it. Ida with me. After them. Where is His Excellency? In the hangar, my lady, in discussion with our guest. Alert him at once. Yes, my lady. No, 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 no. There they are. Fan out and surround them. Must protect Tataru. Biggs, I'm going in. See everyone to safety. Not going in on your own, Wedge. No, Wedge, don't do it. Well. Oh no. Zest, Hold them off. I'll look after Minfilia and Tataru. Alright. Deal with these and get Wedge back, shall we? Foolish Lotafelt. But whatever. Get what he's trying to do, I suppose. Okay. There's a shield. Is there? Right, let's have a look around. No shield powering device this direction. Maybe the other side? Ah, this is irritating. Ah. Don't mind if I destroy this little device of yours, do you? No? Didn't think so. Right, with that, we should be able to deal with this Vanguard. How are you guys doing? Oh, 2 more. Excellent. Oh, awesome. These are both of it. I guess looking for 2 more generators somewhere. Aha! I don't know how they got here. Right, that's 1. Do we have another? Yep, we have 1 more to deal with. Where would that be? I wonder. Oh, back here. Excuse me a moment while I deal with this. Great, Colossus has joined us. Is this thing also protected? No, it isn't. Oh, that's all I need to know then. Okay. That is dealt with. Now, where is Wedge?
Take the leader, kill the rest. What the?
Impressive, Y'shtola.
The Y'shtola! Pray, forgive us our delay.
Papolimo, Minfilia.
Ida!
What took you so long?
Well, it's nice to see you too.
The reunion must wait.
Right. First things first.
Yes, let's get back to being heavily outnumbered.
You ditched your Magitech armor. Fool of a Lalafell!
Well, excuse me. She's all yours if you think you can do any better.
But there's no one in there. This is Sid. Can you hear me? I need you to count to 5, then jump. Understood?
Sure.
One, 2,
3,
4,
5.
I know not which is more pitiful, the charlatans who rule Eorzea, or the masses that clamor for their implausible panaceas. I see that which they cannot. This realm founders for want of a ruler with true power. The power to cast down icons. If you continue to deny this truth, it is the people who will suffer. Embrace reason.
What in the 7 hells? Oh no. It's here.
12 preserve us. They finished it. Ultima weapon.
I'm gonna have to smack that thing down, aren't I?
So it has a name.
It is a relic of ancient Alag, excavated from its resting place deep beneath Alamigo. The Alagans used it to crush primal and foe alike, and now the Garleans mean to do the same.
Damn you, Gaius!
Look! There, beside the Black Wolf. An Ascian. An overlord, no less. His garb attests to that.
La Habrea. It could only be him. was Laha Brea? No. No, this cannot be.
We have to go now! Hang on!
Thancred! No!
All that time, the enemy was beside me, and I never even suspected. And to think that it was I who suggested that Thancred investigate the Asians. How could I have been so blind? Small wonder the enemy knew our every move, and where to find us. Confound it all! No, this is not the time for self-doubt. The Alliance leaders staked their hopes on the Scions, but now they believe us all dead or missing. When they learn of the Empire's new weapon, we cannot be certain what they will do. We must go and offer them what assurances we can that defeat is not inevitable.
Kryl, this is Minfilia.
The situation
I
may
am
have
in
taken
some
an
haste,
ill
so
turn.
forgive me if I seem brusque. The item I requested, is it ready? Wonderful! I'm sorry to press, but we need it urgently. How soon can it be delivered? I am in your debt, my
But the
friend.
battle is far from over. And so long as we stand together, there shall ever be hope of victory. The people of Eorzea falter for want of such hope. Let us provide it. Let us bear to them the tidings that the Scions of the Seventh Dawn are returned. Matters are coming to a head. I hope we can count on you.
You can, Alpha, no,
My
don't worry.
regards to Grandfather. I am ready. Let us pay a visit to the Council of the Alliance leadership.
Elves take the Black Wolf and his new toy. Rally all available forces. I want them ready to move upon my word. And relay to Susfern the order to sail. That's all. The maelstrom stands ready. What of the flames? Ready as we're like to be. I need only give the word to Rael. Has there been no word from Ishgard? None. The dragons have got their tongues. Silent to the last. I was unwise to hope for better. What could stir the Archbishop to open his holy mouth if not this? And he claims the fury for his god. It's his bad comedy. The Holy See has made its choice. We will proceed without his cooperation. I believe you are acquainted with the terms of the Black Wolf's ultimatum. We must agree upon a course of action, not less than the fate of Eorzea hangs upon the decision of this council. But Balsar claims to wield the power to smite primals. Should we yield to him, he pledges to rid the realm of the false gods, yet offer resistance, and he swears that we shall answer to share the primal's fate. Pardon me my bluntness, but I like not these choices. It is too great a decision for any one of our nations to make alone. Choose we surrender or resistance, we must answer as one. For if but one surrenders, the rest shall surely fail. Let us pray to the wisdom to do right by all our peoples. Well, sorry we had to resort to such a dramatic method of escape. Things escalated so quickly that Alphino and I saw no other alternative. That wasn't how I was expecting things to play out, but at least we escaped with our lives. What do you think, Zest? Was she impressed? Do you think she might consider, you know? Keep at it, Wedge. You never know. Deep in the heart of the... So. Yeah. Oh, Zest, I hope my singing doesn't bother you. I'm rather fond of this little ditty. It reminds me of home. Once the people of Eorzea learn that the Scions of the Seventh Dawn have returned, they will surely rally to our cause. We need only sound the clarion call. Thancred's plight troubles us all, yet we cannot allow anything to come between us and our goal. So long as Ultima Weapon exists, Eorzea will never know peace. Let us go to the Alliance leaders, Zest, and help them to make the right decision. Well, it is not a bad idea. Minfilia is greatly concerned by recent developments concerning the Council of the Alliance leaders. Grim tidings, Zest. It seems that word of the Ultima Weapon's existence has already reached the Alliance leaders in the form of an ultimatum. They have gathered in the fragrant chamber and are deliberating their answer even as we speak. Beleaguered as they are, I fear they may well elect to lay down their arms in the belief that surrender will spare their people untold suffering. Yet nothing could be further from the truth. That which the Black Wolf offers will only doom Eorzea, not deliver it, and the leaders must be made aware of this. Let us hurry to them, Zest, and ensure that they do not act in ignorance of the consequences. Well, we will definitely do that, and we will do that shortly.